I built this contraption in the car. This is the best I could do. Can you see the fountain? This ain't gonna hold up, but whatever. You know, trying to get these stories out. I was talking to Gomez yesterday. He reminded me about the diner story. I added that to my list of too many stories. And the quiet time in the garage in the morning isn't working out. The dogs are on to me. And they'll start whining and barking and wanting to be on my lap. And so I came down to my spot where I come to relax. I make two rights, and here I am. Two more rights, and I'm home. I like to drive in circles. Will it go round in? And one time I was talking to Gomez. I was in Shirley, and I was living in Shirley, and I was in the street talking to him on the phone, and I had him on speaker, and I had my phone in my collar on my Latissimo, and me and him start talking. Well, he's sitting calmly somewhere, and I'm telling him a story, and my arms are flailing around, and how I tell a story style, you know, walking around, and I had my Rob's Homer slippers on. I ended up being like 2 or 3 houses away from the house, and the cops roll up on me because a neighbor complained some guy is flailing his arms in the neighborhood with Homer slippers. So I'm here in the parking lot of the country club and the complex next door, digging their fountain, and I'll try and keep my arms down so nobody rolls up on me. Guy sitting in car, flailing arms, talking to nobody. So the diner story, we were in our 20s, me, Gomez, Larry, and Lush, but we were really 12, and we went out to the Coram Pond Diner one night, late at night, maybe after Barnaby's or something, and one time we all, without planning it, wore the same aqua blue wife beater, and we wound up out, and some kids looked at us and said, "Would you guys coordinate?" We said, "No, fuck you. We did it by accident. We're just on the same wavelength." So we go to the Coram Pond Diner, and Lush and Larry made the fatal mistake of letting Gomez and I sit on the outside of the booth, two on each side, me and Gomez on the outside. So this could be called the poached egg story, because every time somebody orders poached eggs in the Coram Pond Diner now, the cook's hair on their neck goes up. So I ordered my poached eggs, probably, took a comment for it or something, and the guys had whatever they had, eggs or a burger or something, I don't remember. But anyway, I had this Bobby idea as I'm getting almost done with my poached eggs, and I look at Paul, and I mentally telepathy to him, run the bill, run the bill, Selden. And so he gets it, and I hold up my finger, and you're supposed to go on 3, but we both know to go on 2. And I hold up my finger. I just gave him a little tiny nod of the head to the left, and that meant run the bill. And leaving Larry and Lush, unbeknownst to the plan. And I hold up one finger, I hold up 2 finger, we're both gone. And, we've been studying these Greeks. We're in our 20s, we're young, males of a species. We're always sizing up everybody, how would I take them? What would I do? What should I watch out for? You're always sizing everybody up, and measuring groin distance from the earth, basically, and that's a secret. How far does the knee have to come up? So we know these Greeks. No offense, Grandpa. These Greeks are going to be honest. They'll pound you for their $12 bill. They don't play. They're Greeks, and it's their diner, and we knew from when I held up the first finger for one, we knew on two we better make a good show of this because those Greeks are going to be on our heels. And true enough, one, two, we're both up. Full speed to the door. Full speed to the door. Out the door, make a right, out the other door, down the steps, and you could hear the Greeks screaming, coming. And they're right behind us, six of them out of the kitchen, the waiters, the maitre d', the grandfather, the uncles. They are screaming behind us. Luckily, I had the experience from Deer Park Avenue, and they were right behind us. And I had my caddy. I had a 85 or 89 black caddy, Coupe de Ville, and that story will come later. And luckily, this also could be called the wristband story because I always wore my wristbands, and something my boys took up proudly after that. And I had my wristbands on, and me and Paul are racing to my car. I'm getting my keys as I'm running, racing to my car. They are right behind us, screaming bloody murder in Greek, and I didn't understand what they were saying, but I got the gist of it, and. I just make it to the car, open the door. Paul runs around to the passenger side. They're right behind me. They have hands on me. I open the door. I get in. I They have my left arm now. All I have to operate with is my right hand. Sticks the key in the ignition. I start the car. I have to hold the wheel. I look at Paul and mentally telepathy to him or scream drive, and he slaps it in drive. And all they got of me was my wristband. My wristband slid off with four sets of Greek hands on them. My wristband slid off with the door open as we peeled away. And boy, that was close. Talk about adrenaline, Gomez. Looking up the mountain when I woke up in the truck one day. How about when you came and said the llama got away? Talk about adrenaline. So anyway, adrenaline. We just got away from those Greeks, and we raced down Old Town Road, and we're hysterical. We're hysterical, picturing Larry and Lush sitting in that booth, hysterical. Nothing could be funnier. And it turns out to be even funnier. Between them, they didn't have the $18 or something to cover the bill, so they had to have little Artie, come down, I think, or something, and pay their bill. And naturally, they said, from Selden, the Selden story, yeah, those guys were hitchhikers. We never saw them before. We don't know who they are. And we met them later at 7-Eleven on Adirondack or something. And boy, we laughed, and boy, they were not laughing, and boy, then eventually they were laughing. And that's the diner story. I'm going to run out of tape or battery or time or space or money or food or mental capacity. So I'm trying to get back to letter 95, getting backed up on my stories. I told the whole cap story, and then I had to delete it after pouring my heart out into this 20-minute story, like the chapter 7 story. I had to delete it because I named names and, statute of limitations, some of these stories I got to tell. So I'm going back to relaxing. Hopefully, get some rain. I'm a slave to watering the lawn, but I'm winning. Well, I'm barely keeping up with it. The sun's brutal down here, so I pray for some rain today. Hope everybody's safe. Jay, I love you. Hold the fort. Peace.